So spectators who wish to take photographs are requested to, and videos, are requested to focus on their own family member as much as reasonably possible, and to avoid including other participants in images, particularly if those images are being shared with family and friends or through social media platforms. So we will get started in just a moment. I'll take this opportunity to welcome you all to session 4. We'll be leading you through the afternoon's program. You'll find out in just a moment why. So my name is Jackie Smith. Robert Taylor, I'll introduce him as a referee this afternoon alongside Fiona Sinnott. And our starter is Rosemary Broom. So we are starting with the mixed 800-meter freestyle. And as I said before lunch, this event has been reseeded, and we have 4 heats before us this afternoon. A little bit, we're due to start at 12:45 here. Our officials are now all on deck. And we will get started once swimmers have reported to the marshalling area just at the back of the start. Swimmers are reminded that they should collect their medals before they leave the venue today. And they'll all be aware that the results are posted around the venue to enable them to check their own finishing time and position. So this is event 401, the mixed 12 to 14 800-meter freestyle. This is heat 1 of 4. In lane 1, Lena McClafferty, Inverclyde. Lane 2, Sky Bailey, East Kilbride. 3, Phoebe Lanigan, Bells Hill Sharks. 4, Leo Lee, City of Glasgow. And 5, Murren Ramsey, Inverclyde. So 16 lengths of the pool for these swimmers to complete this afternoon. And so we're coming up to the 100 meters, and it's the Bells Hill Shark swimmer, Phoebe Lanigan, who has taken this on. So Phoebe entered on 11:38, and she's going to turn after the first 100 in a 1:18.84. Phoebe is probably where you would expect her to be in this heat. Entered on a 1:38, as I said a moment ago, and the times then range from the 1:38 down to the 12:38. So turns first there in a 2:01. Got a 5-second advantage over the rest of the field at the moment. Long way to go. Phoebe is also the oldest swimmer in the water at the moment. We've got a 13-year-old Leo Lee, and then the other girls are 12 years of age. And on the basis of that, you would expect to see the range of entry times here. So 2:45.15 after 200 meters. So Phoebe continues leading this field. In behind her, we have City of Glasgow's Leo Lai. Maureen Ramsey in third and Sky Bailey in fourth, I think, at the moment. There are Phoebe's turned now and coming down to complete 300 meters. There are other 14-year-olds coming up in the following heats, so Phoebe will have to be aware of that if she's looking to get medals this afternoon. And here we go, 300 meters in 4:13.04. Still, the Bells Hill Sharks swimmer Phoebe Lanigan leading here. Looks very comfortable out in front there. Leo Lee in behind her in second place. Third place we have Sky Bailey and Murren Ramsey. So Phoebe's pacing around the 1:30, I think. Fairly consistent pacing from Phoebe. She'll have discussed her race plan beforehand, but she's having to, she's leading the field with very clear water between her and the rest of the field, so she's having to do what she's doing on her own. She'll go up to the turn with 5 lengths to go, 250 metres still to be completed. So looking at her times at the moment, we're looking at around an 11:39 finish for her. So she entered on an 11:38, so she's going to need to pick up the pace if she wants to see that lowered. But as I've just said, it's very difficult to do that when you're swimming out on your own. You've got to push yourself and keep pushing. There's nobody either side of you to help you do that. City of Glasgow's Leo Lyons in second. Third place is Sky Bailey of East Kilbride, and just in behind her is Inverclyde's Murren Ramsey. So 600 metres completed, 8:40.92. And she'll need to pick up the pace, Phoebe, because we're looking at a finish of around 11:40. Pretty certain once she hears the bell, after the next turn and then comes back up to the start, she will hear the bell with 2 lengths to go. She'll look to be injecting a little bit of pace. She's led right from the start. Leo's in behind her. And then we have 2 girls in lanes 2 and 5 battling that for third place in this first of 4 heats. Phoebe's turn now and is heading back. She will be the first of our swimmers to hear the bell indicating 2 lengths still to go. See the bell's getting ready there at the start end. And there we go, that's the bell for Phoebe Lanigan, the Bells Hill Shark swimmer, turning 10:09.90. So she has certainly picked up the pace over the last 100. Back down to a 11:38 just on her entry time. As an anticipated finish time, Leo Lee's turned. Sky Bailey's turned. Murren Ramsey. Phoebe is heading down to the final turn of her 800 metres. So she's looking for a sub 11:38 to better her entry time. And there's the bell for Nina McLafferty. And here comes Phoebe. She's led this right from the start. And really there's now a battle going on for second place. Leo Lee's looking to hang on to that and keep the 2 girls behind him in lanes 2 and 5. Certainly appears to be achieving that at the moment. And I think they are going to run out of water to catch him. As in comes our leader, Phoebe Lanigan. Finishing there in an 11:34.73. So a 4-second improvement on her entry time. In comes Leo Lee, 11:41.83. a big improvement there for him. He'll be well pleased with that. And third place goes to East Kilbride's Sky Bailey in a time of 11:44.30. Again, another improvement on entry time. Same for Maureen Ramsey, finishing there in a 12:17. So let's hear some cheers for our final swimmer, Nina McClafferty of Inverclyde, as she comes in to finish. Just getting to the final meters of her 800-meter race. And in she comes. Finishing time there, 12:24.43. Another big improvement on her entry time. All 5 swimmers should be well pleased with themselves as we move on to Heat 2. And this is Heat 2, Lane 1, Aaron Carberry, Dumfries. Empty lanes 2 and 3 for Nikki Kalamakis, City of Glasgow. 5, Phoebe Maclachlan, Cumbernauld. And 6, Cardell and Archbold, Stirling Swimming. Youngest swimmer here is the City of Glasgow swimmer Nikki Kalamakis, I beg your pardon, in lane 4. Looks like our leaders at the early stage are coming from lanes 4 and 5. Nikki Kalamakis and Phoebe Maclachlan, with Nikki just having the advantage over Phoebe. So they'll come into turn at the first 100. (1:14.51). At the turn for Nikki, Phoebe in behind him, 1:15.89. And then it was lane 1, Aaron Carberry taking third at the turn there, but there is a long way to go. Nikki has moved well and truly ahead of Phoebe now. He's turning there at a 1:55. So he's got about 2.5 seconds advantage over Phoebe in lane 5. And then further back, we've seen lane 1 and 6. Aaron Carberry and Cardell and Archbold. So far, Nikki Kalamakis putting his stamp on this second heat this afternoon. He'll come into turn after 200, 1/4 of his race completed. (2:36.53) there. So he's pacing over 100 around the 1:22 at the moment. It's very comfortable out there in front. Phoebe Maclachlan maintaining her second place here, whereas Aaron and Cardell are pretty much, I think, swimming stroke for stroke in third place there. So Nikki turns, Phoebe turns. There's a 5.5 second advantage to Nikki at that turn. 3:31 for Aaron and 3:32 for Dollan. And we're coming up to 300 meters. And still Nicky continues to lead, looking to me like he's increasing the distance and the gap between him and second place, Phoebe McLachlan, turning there in a 4:00:02. So we're pacing around the 1:14, can't do my maths at the moment, 1:24 there. At this early stage, we're looking on this pace at an anticipated finish time of 10:58 for Nicky. So continuing to look comfortable out in that lead ahead of Phoebe. So Phoebe's entry time today was a 11:38. No, that's wrong, I beg your pardon. 11:13 with Nicky in an 11:04. Then we have 11:21 for Aaron and 11:32 for Dollan. So they'll all be looking to drop those times. We saw some big improvements in Heat 1. In comes Nicky to turn at the halfway mark. Continuing to look very comfortable out there. 5:22.74. So picking up the pace just slightly, a 1:22 over the last 100 meters. 5:33.65, so the gap really is widening between Nicky and Phoebe. It's 11 seconds now. Split their first and second place swimmers here. And in behind them, Dollan and Aaron. Either side of the pool, lanes 1 and 6, swimming almost in a line. And we'll look to see who takes third place later on in this race. But at the moment, it looks like the bets are all on for Nicky. Just 12 years of age. The youngest male swimmer. We only have one 12-year-old taking on this event this afternoon, and he comes in 500 meters, 6:45.60. Pretty steady pacing from Nicky at this stage in the race, around 1:22, 1:23. Phoebe 6:59 there at the turn, so she's some 14 seconds behind Nicky. And we can see that in the pool as Nicky is surging ahead, continuing to build on his lead for this heat. And his race this afternoon, there we go. We've got 250 meters to go for Nicky. So we'll have a look at his time here and give you an anticipated finish time. He's got a quarter of his race to go. 600 meters completed for Nicky. The City of Glasgow swimmer. 8:07.87. Still pretty steady pacing. 8:25, so 18 seconds of a gap between First, Nikki in first place and Phoebe in second place. And still, Nikki continues her pace down to the turn. He'll have 3 lengths to go. Complete this next length and he'll hail the bell. 2 lengths to go after that. Really good swim here by the City of Glasgow swimmer. Both he and Phoebe are having to swim effectively on their own. Nobody alongside them. Not sure whether lanes 1 and 6 will see each other but if they are aware of each other, they're pretty much keeping a pace at the moment. And we'll expect to see some change in that. Nikki turns there, 9:28.46. So we're looking at a 10:49 finish for him. Gaining the advantage for third place now is lane 1, Aaron Carberry, as Phoebe hears the bell. And we look to Nicky, he's almost down at the far end of the pool, going into his final turn. Turns and heads for home, lane 4, Nicky Kalamakis. Really good swim from him this afternoon. He took this on right from the early stages, and he has made this race all about his time. He will take gold medal in this, the age category, age 12 category. As I said, he's the only boy swimmer taking this on, but well done to him. What an amazing, gutsy swim. Out on his own, let's keep an eye on that clock. We're looking for a sub 11:04, and he's got it. 10:44.60. Massive improvement on his entry time. Phoebe will come in next. She's got just under half a length to go. The Cumbernauld swimmer. Entered on in 11:13. And she just comes in to finish her race on 11:12. So sub her entry time. And there is a bit of a battle going on for third place, but I think that will belong to Aaron Carberry of Dumfries, as he comes in to finish ahead of Cardell and Archbold, 11:28 and 11:30 respectively for those two swimmers. And that completes heat 4. And this is heat number 3. We have 5 swimmers in this heat. Lane 1, Rebecca Motion, East Kilbride. 2, Charlotte Shanks, Bells Hill Sharks. 3, Struan Henry, Dumfries. 4, Ella Craig, Wren 96. And 5, Jack Handley, also Wren 96, with an empty lane 6. So a mixture of 13 and 14-year-olds here. Entry times range from 10:35 to 10:54. So let's see what happens here. Lane 5, I think, that's taken this on. Jack Handley, the Wren 96 swimmer. He has indeed. He's got a couple of body lengths advantage from Dumfries' Struan Henry in swimming in lane 3. Seen these boys in action over the weekend already. 1:11.46 against a 1:13.26 for our first and second place swimmers. We've got Jack, Handley, Stu and Henry, and splitting them, Ella Craig in third place, 1:49.99, 4 seconds of a lead, just under, and some 2 seconds behind the first and second place is Ella Craig. And behind Ella, it's Craig. Sorry, Bay, start that again. It's Bellshill Shark, Charlotte Shanks. Rebecca Motion just up alongside her as Jack turns there after 200 meters. 2:27.69. Pacing around the 1:16 for Jack. Quite happy out there in front. Leading from Stu and Henry of Dumfries and Ella Craig in third place, the Ren 96. Her teammate, Jack Handler's teammate. Keep an eye on Jack's pacing. As we saw in the previous heat with Nicky Kalamakis, our leader is pretty much out on his own. So he's having to watch his own pacing, he's having to remember the race plan. He's stuck discussed with his coach. 3:44.82. So 1:17 of a pacing now. Over that last 100. And we are looking at a finish time of around 10:10 for Jack at the moment. And if he can achieve that, he will be well chuffed on the basis of his entry time of a 10:54. So he's turning there in a 4:23. Let's look at the time for Struan. 10 seconds of an advantage to the Ren 96 swimmer at the moment. 7 seconds behind Struan is Ella Craig. But Jack comes into the turn at the halfway mark of this 800 meters for him. So half the race completed, 5:02.95. Still pretty much the same kind of pacing, 1:17, 1:18 for Jack. So he's keeping this pretty steady at the moment. At the turn, he'll have 350 meters still to go. A clear fourth place at the moment for the Bellshill Shark swimmer, Charlotte Shanks. So Jack turning there, 4:52. No, that wasn't quite right. Look at the times when he comes up to 500 meters turn. So we have Jack Handley, Struan Henry, Ella Craig, Charlotte Shanks, and Rebecca Motion in that order. So 6:20.99. Just a little bit slower, a 1:18 over that last 100. Just dropped the pace a little bit, has Jack. 13 seconds of a lead, however, from Dumfries's Struan Henry. Certainly not going to be caught. It's all about what he can do to improve his entry time. Jack is 13 years of age. Just having a look. I don't think we've got one other 13-year-old swam so far. In the male category. So he'll be looking to get that gold medal. Certainly seems to be on course to do so at the moment. So 600 meters. Watch his time, 7:38.96. So he is dropping his pace a little bit further, on from a 1:17 to a 1:18. Just need to keep the consistency. Struan Henry turning there in a 7:53. So the gap between first and second place is increasing. 15 seconds now. Ella Craig retaining her third place there at an 8:04. Jack turns. When he comes down to the far end, he will hear the bell. He's got 3 lengths to go. Rebecca Motion looking to stay in touch with Charlotte Shanks as they go into the turn at the far end. But there is the bell for Jack Handley, the Ren 96 swimmer. He's taken this on and has laid right from the beginning. It's now all against the clock. What can he do to come in under his entry time of 10:54? Struan Henry hears the bell. He's looking for a sub 10:35 from this afternoon's race. And Ella Craig, our first female but third place in this heat, 10:41 as her entry time. So Jack goes into his final turn. Still looking very strong out there. Lots of encouragement from his teammates and his coach over there on the far side of the pool. Let's keep an eye on the clock for Jack. 10:54. Looking for sub 10:54. He's definitely going to get that, but by how much? As in he comes into the closing meters. 10:08. That's a cracking time for Jack Handley. Well and truly smashed his entry time. In comes Struan. A steady pace throughout the race has held his second place here. Finishing there in a 10:28.22. Again, an improvement on his entry time. Our first placed female, Ella Craig, comes in third place. Finishing there in a time of 10:43.89. A little bit of a battle in for fourth place here, but it will be taken by the East Kilbride swimmer Rebecca Motion in a time of 10:56.18 and a 10:56.97 for the Bells Hill Shark swimmer Charlotte Shanks. And we move on to heat number 4. In lane 1, Jensen Basketer, City of Glasgow. No swimmer in lane 2. 3, Samuel Ruff, City of Glasgow. 4, Charlotte Craig, Ren 96. And her teammate Jack Kivlahan goes in lane 5. In lane 6, Casey Crisp, East Kilbride. So 1 13-year-old and 4 14-year-olds here. And it is lane 3, Samuel Ruff, City of Glasgow, who's taken on the early lead after 50 metres. Up alongside him is Charlotte Craig, Ren 96. Really not much splitting these, maybe half a body length splitting these two as they come into the turn at 100 metres. 1:07:03. So we've got entry times here from Samuel of a 9:22, 9:57 for Charlotte. So we would expect to see these two out in front. They're the only two with a sub 10-minute entry time, and then we've got 10:13 through to 10:16. But we have seen some huge improvements on entry times, not only in this 800 metres, but across the weekend for all of our swimmers. As Samuel continues to lead ahead of Charlotte Craig. They're only half a body length splitting these leaders. Samuel Ruff will turn first, 2:21:38. So we're looking at a 1:14 of a pace. Good turn there for Samuel. It's now gained a body length advantage over the Ren 96 Charlotte Craig. So as I said, we're looking at a pacing at the moment of around 1:14. So as we saw in the previous heats, we're looking for consistency in that pacing, certainly in the early stages and into the middle of the race. So they're conserving something for the final 100 metres. To push on and gain those times that they're looking for. There's now water between Samuel Ruff and Charlotte Craig. As Samuel moves clearly into the lead. Come up to the 300 metres mark in just a moment. Charlotte following in behind him. (3:24:21). Oh, sorry, 3:34:21, I beg your pardon. So steady pacing, 1:13, 1:14 from Samuel. Third place is lane 1, Jensen Basketer. And then the two swimmers in lanes 5 and 6, Jack Kivlahan and Casey Crisp, pretty much swimming alongside each other, stroke for stroke at the moment. So we're seeing another fairly clear leader in this 800 metres. Samuel Ruff, he's got about just around 5 seconds of advantage from Charlotte Craig. And in comes Samuel, half the race completed. He's going to turn now, we'll have a look at the clock, see his pacing again, 4:48. A little bit slower, I think, over that last 100 metres, probably to be expected in the middle of the race, around a 1:15, I think. Charlotte Craig in behind him, and Jensen Basketer in third. Having the advantage for fourth place, I think at the moment lies with Jack Kivlahan, just ahead of Casey Crisp. But she is staying in touch with him. She's the youngest swimmer of this field for this final heat. And there's Samuel Ruff coming down. Half a length to go to have completed 500 meters. Like Casey's got herself back up alongside Jack Kivlahan down over on the far end there, on the far side. Samuel turns 6:03.10. Around a 1:17 for that last 100 for Samuel. He's got the lead. I'm sure he's looking to conserve something for the final lengths of this 16-length race this afternoon. So as I say, it's the Samuel and Charlotte have the only 2 times posted below 10 minutes. But we'll see whether we can get more swimmers under the 10 minutes finishing at the end of this race. Jensen Basketer in lane 1 continues to hold third place. Trying to get himself certainly up along side Charlotte. Probably no one's going to catch his teammate Samuel Ruff now in a 7:18.37. So he's picked up the pace a little to a 1:15 there. And we're looking at a finish time for Samuel of around 9:48. May well find that his entry time is a short. There is a conversion time, I beg your pardon. He's turned. Charlotte's going to turn. And they'll both, when they reach the start end, hear the bells. Jensen Basketer's turned in third place, and it's Jack Kivlahan who will turn in fourth, ahead of East Kilbride's Casey Crisp over on the far side. And there's the first of the bells, Samuel Ruff, 8:30.57. So he is picking up the pace now. That was a 1:12 over that last 100. Charlotte Craig got the bell now, 8:42 for her, with 100 meters to go. Jensen, 8:49, 7 seconds between second and third place swimmers, and Casey's got the advantage now for fourth place over there in lane 6. So Samuel has turned and headed for home. So has Charlotte. In comes Samuel. Good race for him this afternoon. Took this on right from the beginning and pretty much has had to do this by himself, as indeed has Charlotte coming in second. She'll come in second place. Jensen's just not going to catch her. Samuel finishes there in a 9:41.39. Charlotte comes in to finish her race in a 9:54. Big improvement on her entry time. In comes Jensen, 10:02.28. That's an improvement on his entry time. Battle going on for fourth place between Casey Crisp and Jack Kivlahan. over on the far side. They've been swapping that place over the last 100 metres backwards and forwards. Jack's come up alongside her. It's all going to be down to the touch here, and it goes to Casey in a time of 10:25.02 and 10:25.17 for Jack. As that concludes our 800-metre freestyle event this afternoon, event 401. So we are moving on to event 402. It's the male and open 11 to 14 200-metre backstroke. As you can see, the officials are just organising the backstroke starts for us. And we have 6 heats of this afternoon. So while they're getting organised, I'll just confirm some results for the 800-metre freestyle. The girls' 12-year-olds, bronze medal Nina McLafferty and Inverclyde. Silver, Murren Ramsey, Inverclyde. Gold, Sky Bailey, East Kilbride. So this is the first heat of 6 of event 402, the 200-metre backstroke. In lane 1, Oscar Miller, East Kilbride. His teammate Murray Green swims in lane 2. 3, Aidan O'Dowd, South Ayrshire. 4, Adam Reed, East Kilbride. And 5, Benjamin Freestone, South Ayrshire. So it's lane 3, Aidan O'Dowd, South Ayrshire swimmer, 40:31 after the first 50 metres. Lane 4, and behind him, Adam Reed. And Murray Green in 3rd place. Just completes the results here. The girls' 13-year-old 800-metre freestyle. Bronze medal goes to Phoebe McLachlan, Cumbernauld. Silver goes to Ella Craig of Wren 96. Gold, Casey Crisp for East Kilbride. Back in the pool, and it is lane 3. Aidan O'Dowd, who turns first, 1:24.80 for him. Entered on a 3:03. Second place is at East Kilbride's Murray Green. Third, beg your pardon, East Kilbride's Adam Reed, do apologise. And 3rd place, Murray Green, East Kilbride. At the halfway mark. So final results for the girls. 14-year-old girls, bronze medal goes to Charlotte Shanks, Bells Hill Sharks. Silver medal, Rebecca Motion, East Kilbride. And gold medal, Charlotte Craig, Wren 96. The boys, 12-year-olds, 800-metre freestyle. Gold medal goes to Nikki Kalamakis, City of Glasgow. 13-year-old boys, silver medal goes to Leo Lee of City of Glasgow. Gold medal to Jack Handley, Wren 96. 14-year-old boys, bronze medal Jack Givlahan, Wren 96. Silver medal Jensen Basketer, City of Glasgow. And gold medal to Samuel Ruff, City of Glasgow. So back in the pool and coming down to the finish, we have in lane 3, Aidan O'Dowd, led pretty much from the start. So a 3:03 was his entry time. We'll keep an eye on the clock for him. Coming in behind him is Adam Reed of East Kilbride. Aidan O'Dowd finishes in a 2:54.92. Improvement on his entry time. In comes lane 4's Adam Reed, 3:02.30. And lane 2, Murray Green, 3:07.56. And this is Heat 2, Lane 1, Brodie Jardine, Dumfries. 2, Jay Hendry, Renfrew Baths. 3, Carter Jones, Dumfries. 4, Solihull Bucks, Renfrew Baths. 5, Finlay McDermott, South Ayrshire, with his teammate Ray Doherty swimming in lane 6. Possibly Ray Doherty, I think, over in lane 6, who has the early lead here. We'll watch the scoreboard as they go into the turns. Fairly tight over on the far side of the pool, but lane 3 may well have taken that. No, so it was indeed lane 6. Ray Doherty, the South Ayrshire swimmer, and in behind him the Solihull Bucks of Renfrew Baths and Carter Jones in 3rd place. Still not a great deal between lanes 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 as we come into the turn at the halfway mark. I think going into the turn first there will be Carter Jones, the Dumfries swimmer. They're in that blue cap in lane 3 in a 1:28.71. We do have 3 different age groups here for medals. Long way to go, but you never know. So I think it's Ray Doherty has taken the lead again over there in lane 6 after that turn. So they'll go down to the turn with 150 metres completed. And it is the South Ayrshire swimmer, Ray Doherty, who has taken this on again. Had a good first 50 and has regained his advantage going into the final turn. 2:14.25 there, 2:15.52. So a second and a half splitting him and Solihull Bucks from Renfrew Baths in lane 4. Doherty getting some encouragement from teammates over there on the far side, as he has the lead in this. The battle going on for second and third come from lanes 3, 4 and 5. Possibly the advantage for second place lies with Finlay McDermott, also South Ayrshire. But here comes the Dumfries swimmer, Carter Jones again, as finishing in first place into lane 6, 2:57.78 for Ray Doherty. Lane 3, Carter Jones, Dumfries in a 3:00.06. And lane 5, Finlay McDermott, South Ayrshire, takes third place in a 3:00.52. And this is heat number 3. We have 4 swimmers, empty lanes 1 and 6. Lane 2, Aaron Robertson, Ren 96. 2, Luca Cittadini, Kingston, 3. He's in lane 3, I beg your pardon. Lane 4 is Noah Graham, City of Glasgow, and lane 5 is Roman Jowett from Dumfries. And it's Roman Jowett, the Dumfries swimmer, who has taken on the early lead, and I think will go into the turn leading the field. And indeed he does, leading in a time of 40.83, ahead of Luca Cittadini there in lane 3, and in turn ahead of Aaron Robertson from Ren 96. So it's Roman Jowett, Aaron Robertson are your 1 and 2. Noah Graham and Luca Cittadini in the middle. So let's see who turns first here at the halfway mark. And it is lane 2, Aaron Robertson, who has taken the advantage over the Kingston swimmer, the Dumfries swimmer, Roman Jowett. Luca Cittadini from Kingston in 3rd place. Boys all proceeding down to the final turn. Possibly Aaron Robertson now has the advantage leading into the final turn here. And he does, ahead of Roman Jowett. Third place now lies with lane 4, Noah Graham, the 12-year-old from City of Glasgow. But it is pretty tight here between lanes 2 and 5. The Dumfries swimmer has regained the advantage. It's got half a body length and is moving well through the water here. Can the Ren 96 swimmer respond to that? No, the Dumfries swimmer takes that in a time of 2:54.79 to Roman Jowett. Aaron Robertson in 2nd, 2:56.26. And 3rd place goes to Kingston's Luca Cittadini in a time of 2:59 exactly. And heat 4, lane 1, Kyle McQuaker, Kintyre. 2, Mohammed Khan, City of Glasgow. 3, Ben Hemmings, Stranraer. 4, Ethan Roddy, City of Glasgow. His teammate Leo Lai swims in lane 5. Swims in lane 5, and in lane 6 we see Ben Gray from Dumfries. The advantage lies with the Dumfries swimmer over there in lane 6. Ben Gray, indeed it does, 39.84 ahead of the Kintyre swimmer Kyle McQuaker, and in turn Stranraer's Ben Hemmings. Really isn't much to split. 1, 2, 3, 4. As they come up to the halfway mark, still leading, however, over there in lane 6, Ben Gray. As the Stranraer swimmer comes through now, Ben Hemmings. Kyle McQuaker responded. He turned stroke for stroke there in lanes 1 and 3, but it was lane 3 that got it on the turn, but just by 1/100th of a second, with the lead continuing to lie with lane 6, Ben Gray of Dumfries. So Kyle McQuaker making a move now, beginning to move firmly up into second place. What can Ben Hemmings do about that? As the boys go into the final turn, but the lead continues to lie with Ben Gray. He turns first there in a 2:06.53, entered on a 2:53.10. Kyle turns second, 2:08.42, and Ben Hemmings in third, 2:09.45. Still the Dumfries swimmer that has the advantage ahead of Kintyre's Kyle McQuaker, Stranraer's Ben Hemmings. Ben Hemmings come back, he's got himself into second place. Kyle needs to respond to that as our first place swimmer, Ben Gray, finishes in a time of 2:48.47. Second place goes to the Kintyre's Kyle McQuaker in a 2:49.64. And third place goes to Stranraer's Ben Hemmings in a time of 2:49.73. And we move on to Heat 5. Empty lane 1, lane 2, Callan Chester, City of Glasgow. 3, Kieran Naismith, Bells Hill Sharks. 4, Logan Mackenzie, Ren 96. 5, Rhys Ferguson, also Ren 96. And in lane 6, Gordon MacLeod, South Ayrshire. A bit of a spearhead formation in the pool with lane 4, Logan Mackenzie taking the lead, 36.98. Kieran Naismith in behind him and Rhys Ferguson in third at the turn. Now have 3 swimmers pretty much in a line, maybe. Lanes 3, lanes 4, certainly. As lane 3 is moving nicely through the water, the Bells Hill Shark swimmer, Kieran Naismith. He now has the advantage as the boys come up to the turn at the halfway mark. And it is the Bells Hill Shark swimmer who will turn first with just under a body length advantage, 1:17.55. Logan Mackenzie, 1:18.67, and third place, Rhys Ferguson, 1:21.19. As the boys go down to the final turn, it continues to be the Bells Hill Shark swimmer leading ahead of Ren 96, Logan Mackenzie. So we have Kieran Naismith, Logan Mackenzie, Rhys Ferguson are your 1, 2, and 3 going into the final turn. Can the boys behind them do anything about certainly third place? Catching Rhys Ferguson, I beg your pardon. Coming out of the turn there, Kieran Naismith continues to lead, but trying to come back and catch him, Logan Mackenzie, Rhys Ferguson. 2 Ren 96 boys in second and third place. Kieran Naismith continues to lead this. He has Just about a body length advantage as we come into the closing meters of this 200-meter backstroke for the boys this afternoon. And your finishing order will be Kieran Naismith, Logan McKenzie, and Rhys Ferguson, 1, 2, and 3. Finish times for the boys, 2:40.63, 2:42.59, and 2:45.50. And this is the final. He comes into the halfway mark here. Nathan Zaral has caught up with Archie Lawson. They turn together for second place. Lane 4 just getting that, but a 1:10 for Daniel, 1:15 for Nathan. So Daniel has a 5-second lead as the boys go down the pool to the final turn. And Nathan has got himself into second place firmly ahead of Archie Lawson. What can Archie do to regain his second place as Daniel turns for the final time and heads for home? Nathan Zarel, Dumfries in second place. Archie Lawson, Sturley Swimming in third place. Lane 5, Nate Uppington, Ren 96, trying to do all he can, as is Max Clark, to try and get up into the placings for this heat. Archie Lawson really trying to move through the water there to catch up with the Dumfries swimmer, but there is no doubt that this one belongs to the Cumbernauld swimmer Daniel Letham, finishing in a time of 2:25.76. Second place will be the Dumfries swimmer Nathan Zaral in a time of 2:33.40, and third place goes to Stirling Swimming's Archie Lawson in a 2:34.82. So that completes event 402. That's now the turn of our 11 to 14-year-old females in the 200-meter backstroke. And we have 8 heats of this for you this afternoon. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're just looking at combining some heats here. So we'll just give us a few moments whilst the paperwork and computer catches up with that decision. Okay, so as I said, we've combined seats here. So heats 1 and 2 have been combined. So the first Ra in lane 1, Kalia Hare in Clyde lane 2, 3 Millie Bell, Mungain Bears Den, 4 Kirsten Farquhar, Sterling Swimming, and 5 Hallie White, East Kilbride. So an 11-year-old, two 12-year-olds, and three 12-year-olds and a 13-year-old in this heat. And it is lane 4, Kirsten Farquhar for Sterling Swimming, who has taken the early lead ahead of Millie Bell in second place. Just move away from the pool to confirm the results for the boys 200-meter backstroke 11 to 12-year-olds. Bronze medal goes to Jay Hendry of Rendrew Baths. Silver, Noah Graham, City of Glasgow. And gold, Ray Doherty, South Ayrshire. 13-year-old boys, bronze medal, Ben Hem. .50. Heidi Addison in second place and Amelie Coussons in third, but really nothing between those two girls for second and third place. But is no doubt who this race belongs to, the South Ayrshire swimmer Louisa McNeish, as she comes through into the closing meters of her race. So just watch the clock for Louisa now. 2:56, she's going to be under the 2:50, and she is. 2:48.68. Hamilton Bath's Heidi Addison will take second place ahead of Amelie Cousson, City of Glasgow. 2:56.72 for Heidi, and Amelie 2:57.44. And we move on to what is now Heat 4, Lane 1, Ella Freestone, South Ayrshire. 2, Lucy McKenna, Cumbernauld. 3, Heidi Shaw, Ren 96. 4, Holly Walker, Cumbernauld. 5, Elsa Chand, East Kilbride. Sorry, I beg your pardon, lane 5 is an empty lane. And 6, Kayleen McCauley, Lark Hall. It's Holly Walker, the Cumbernauld swimmer in lane 4, 39.69, who has taken the early lead ahead of Kayleen McCauley and Heidi Shaw. But all of the girls continue to be there or thereabouts as they come down to the halfway mark. So this is still anyone's race. The advantage continuing to lie, I think, just with lane 4. Holly Walker in that yellow cap of Cumbernauld, but Kayleen McCauley, the Lark Hall swimmer, moving nicely. She may just have the advantage, perhaps not, as they go into the turn. See who gets that. In fact, it's the Ren 96, Heidi Shaw, who has that 1:24.56. Lark Hall's Kayleen McCauley in second and Holly Walker in third. And now we're beginning to see a little bit of a split of the field as the Ren 96 swimmer Heidi Shaw begins to move away. Kayleen McCauley and Holly Walker fighting for second and third place, but it is Ren 96's Heidi Shaw who will go into the turn first. 2:08.38 at the turn. Lane 6 takes second, Kayleen McCauley, and third is Holly Walker. So Heidi Shaw made her move in that last 50 meters and has continued to build on that, splitting the field. She will take this. At the moment, it looks like it is Holly Walker that will take second, but Kayleen McCauley is coming back as Heidi Shaw finishes in a time of 2:49.12. It is the Cumbernauld swimmer Holly Walker who takes second, and third place goes to Lark Hall's Kayleen McCauley. So moving on to what is now Heat 5. So in lane 1, Paige Bennett, Cumbernauld. 2, Ella Craig, Ren 96. 3, Sandy Keddy, Cumbernauld. 4, Ruby Hunter, Hamilton Baths. Her teammate Neve Shields swims in lane 5. And 6, Iona Kellock, Dumfries. And it's Neve Shields, Hamilton Baths swimmer, moving forward. And we'll go into Neve Shields, Hamilton Baths, continues to lead this field ahead of Iona Kellock of Dumfries over in lane 6. Third place, I think, lies with Ruby Hunter in lane 4. No, possibly not. Yes, but Ruby Hunter in lane 4. Turning there at the halfway mark. Neve Shields, 1:21.01, just a 2.5 second lead over lane 6 at the turn, but now moving up into second place is Neve's teammate Ruby Hunter. Coming up alongside Iona Kellock is Sandy Keddy from Cumbernauld. So the girls are all going down to the final turn in this 200 metre. Turning first there and leading the field in a time of 2:05.45. Neve Shields. Ruby Hunter in behind her. And third place, Paige Bennett, Cumbernauld in lane 1 now. So here comes Paige Bennett. Probably not going to catch our leader, but she's certainly going to get herself up into the placings. Moving through the water really well in this last 50 meters. Paige Bennett, Ruby Hunter, battling it out for second, as in goes Neve Shields, finishing in a time of 2:44.91. And it is the Cumbernauld swimmer, Paige Bennett, who takes second place, 2:51.15, and a 2:51.94 for Ruby Hunter in third place. And heat 6, lane 1, Eleanor Osborne, East Kilbride. 2, Clara McMahon, Lanark. 3, Hannah McMillan, North Ayrshire. 4, Isla McBrien, Kingston. 5, Josephine Painton, City of Glasgow. 6, Sophie Aikenhead, Renfrew Baths. Lanes 1 through 5 pretty much in a line as they go down to the first turn. Possibly lane 1 has the advantage. And indeed she does. Lane 4, in fact, 38.81 for Isla McBrien, ahead of Eleanor Osborne in a 38.83. So 2/100ths of a second, splitting those two girls at the first turn. So Eleanor Osborne, Hannah McMillan and Isla McBrien now in a line for first place. And coming up in between Clara McMahon and the City of Glasgow swimmer Josephine Painton, trying to get themselves up alongside these leaders. But going into the turn at the halfway mark, really tight. Lane 4 just ahead of lane 3. In fact, a dead heat at the turn there between those two girls, Hannah McMillan and Isla McBrien. Come out of the turn, we have Hannah McMillan, Isla McBrien, and Eleanor Osborne in 1, 2, and 3. Hannah McMillan there in the North Ayrshire cap in the centre of the pool, I think has the slight advantage as the girls go down to the last turn of their race this afternoon. Very tight. Who's got that? It's lane 4, Isla McBrien, leading ahead of Hannah McMillan. But again, really nothing in between them. And Eleanor Osborne in third place. As we come down with just over half a length to go, Isla McBrien, the Kingston swimmer, has made her move and is moving ahead of North Ayrshire's Hannah McMillan. Continuing in third place, Eleanor Osborne there in lane 1. But coming through fast, Josephine Paynton, City of Glasgow, over in lane 5. Don't think she's going to catch Eleanor, as in to finish comes Isla McBrien in a 2:44.35, Hannah McMillan 2:45.98, and third place Eleanor Osborne in a 2:48.03. Disqualification in lanes 2 and 6 in that heat for a technical infraction. And this is the final heat of event 403. In lane 1, Cara Broadley, Sterling Swimming. 2, Amy Rimmer, Bells Hill Sharks. 3, Isla Russo, Renfrew Baths. 4, Robin Maxwell, Dumfries. 5, Sarah McGuffey, City of Glasgow. And 6, Hazel Shue, Ren 96. And it is lane 3, Renfrew Baths, Isla Russo, I think has taken on the early lead here. She'll go into the turn first, just ahead of the rest of the field in a 35.81, ahead of Amy Rimmer and Robin Maxwell. Well, you're 1, 2, and 3 at the first turn. So Isla Russo, Amy Rimmer, 1 and 2. Coming up alongside, however, Robin Maxwell now is Sarah McGuffey and Cara Broadley. Sarah now has the advantage for third place. As into the turn at the halfway mark goes Isla Russo in a time of 1:14.55, 1:15.82 for Amy Rimmer, beg your pardon. And into third place moves the Sterling Swimming's Cara Broadley. But watch Sarah McGuffey in lane 5. She's up alongside Cara. Trying to get back on par with these girls as well. We see the Dumfries swimmer Robin Maxwell, the youngest swimmer in this heat, just 13 years of age. Everybody else is 14. Going into the final turn, Isla Russo in 1:54.46. Moving up into second place, Amy Rimmer, Bells Hill Sharks, and third place sees Sarah McGuffey, City of Glasgow. Certainly don't think that Isla's going to be caught, neither will Bells Hill Sharks, Amy Rimmer. This race belongs to Renfrew Baths, Isla Russo, as she comes in to finish now in a time of 2:32.32. Improvement on her entry time. Bells Hill Sharks, Amy Rimmer finishes 2:38.01. And third place goes to Sarah McGuffey, City of Glasgow, in a 2:41.36. As that concludes the event number 403, and we move on to the boys. For the male and open, 11 to 14, 100-meter freestyle. This is event 404, and we have 8 heats. And this is heat 1 of event 404. In lane 1, Max Gray, Inverclyde. 2, Jamie McDonald, City of Glasgow, with his teammate Tyler Gould swimming in lane 3. 4, Jay Hendry, Renfrew Bath. 5, Benjamin Young, North Ayrshire. 6, Murray Green, East Kilbride. So at the turn, it is lane 3's Tyler Gould, City of Glasgow, leading ahead of Jay Hendry. So Tyler continues to lead this field, but coming up alongside him, he'll need to be aware of Renfrew Bath, Jay Hendry, who's within half a body length now. I think he's going to run out of water to catch Tyler, and this race belongs to Tyler Gould. Entered on a 1:17, finished on a 1:13, a 1:14 for Renfrew Bath, Jay Hendry, an improvement on both boys' entry times. And in behind them, Max Gray, Inverclyde on a 1:17, entered on a 1:18 again. Improvement on entry times. Disqualification in lane 5 for a technical infraction. Heat 2, lane 1, Joshua Easton, Larkhall. 2, Andrew McLaughlin, Kilmarnock. 3, Nicky Kalamakis, City of Glasgow. 4, Pak Ching Lung, Ren 96. 5, Ross Leslie, East Kilbride. And 6, Ray Doherty from South Ayrshire. And it looks like it's lane 4, the Ren 96 swimmer, leading this. Indeed he is, in a time of 32.72. Ahead of Nicky Kalamakis in lane 3 and Andrew McLaughlin in lane 2. So 13-year-olds Pak Ching Lung continues to lead this. Nicky Kalamakis has second place, but coming up behind him is Andrew McLaughlin. But Nicky's going to hang on to second place here, as coming into the finish now, we see the Ren 96 swimmer Pak Ching Lung finishing in a time of 1:08.61, ahead of the City of Glasgow swimmer Nicky Kalamakis in a time of 1:10.96, and third place did indeed go to Andrew McLaughlin, the Kilmarnock swimmer, in a time of 1:12.05. Heat 3, lane 1, Adam Khan, Milngine Bearsden. 2, Carter Jones, Dumfries. 3, Felix Broom, South Ayrshire. 4, Kyle McQuaker, Kintyre. 5, Toby Wong, Renfrew Bath. 6, Finlay McDermott, South Ayrshire. Just some results. The event 403, the girls 11 to 12, 200-meter backstroke. Bronze medal goes to Abby Grattan, Stranraer. Silver, Hallie White, East Kilbride. Gold, Millie Bell, Mungayan Bears Den. And after the turn there, leading the field is the Dumfries swimmer, Carter Jones, ahead of Mungayan Bears Den, Adam Khan, and in turn of South Ayrshire's Felix Broom. And it is Adam who has now taken the lead in lane 1. 12-year-old from Mungayan Bears Den ahead of South Ayrshire's Felix Broom in lane 3. Trying to get back up with them, it's Carter Jones, but I think that's your finish order. It is indeed Adam Khan, 106.90, Felix Broom, 108.16, and at Carter Jones, 108.59. And this is heat 4, lane 1, Zach Neeson, Lark Hall. 2, Oliver McElwraith, Cumbernauld. 3, Joshua McCluskey, Kilmarnock. 4, Gordon MacLeod, South Ayrshire. His teammate Tynan Baird swimming in lane 5. 6, Kerr Martin, City of Glasgow. And going into the turn, it's lane 2, 30.98 for Oliver McElwraith, the Cumbernauld swimmer, leading ahead of Zach Neeson from Lark Hall, and in turn, Joshua McCluskey of Kilmarnock. Oh, I beg your pardon, Gordon MacLeod of South Ayrshire. And coming down, half a length to go. And continuing to lead here is the Cumbernauld swimmer, Oliver McElwraith. He will take the field in and take this one. Lark Hall swimmer Zach Neeson will take second place with a bit of a battle going on there, but third place goes to Gordon MacLeod from South Ayrshire. Times 103.70, 106.29 and 107.46. Heat 5, lane 1, Alexander McLaren, Ren 96. 2, Aaron Graham, North Ayrshire. 3, Logan McKenzie, Ren 96. 4, Lewis Sinclair, Rutherglen. 5, Nikki Tinch, Stirling Swimming. 6, Oscar Wallace, Mungayan Bears Den. Away from the pool, the 13-year-old girls' 200-metre backstroke results. Bronze medal, Josephine Payton, City of Glasgow. Silver, Robin Maxwell, Dumfries. Gold, Neve Shields, Hamilton Baths. Back in the pool, and it's lane 4. Lewis Sinclair, the Rutherglen swimmer, leading ahead of Logan McKenzie. And in turn, Stirling Swimming's Nikki Tinch. Come down, half a length to go, and it continues to be lane 4. Lewis Sinclair leading from Logan McKenzie. Oscar Wallace now up into third. Nikki Tinch trying to get back into the placings as lane 4's Lewis Sinclair finishes there in a time of 104.68. Logan McKenzie takes second, 106.08. And it is lane 6, in fact, Oscar Wallace, who took that third place position, 106.25. Heat 6, lane 1, Oscar Wharton, Dumfries. 2, Andrew Hendry, Scotia. 3, Sam Perry, Lark Hall. 4, Finn MacDonald, East Kilbride. 5, Charlie Lynn, Inverclyde. And 6, Kieran Naismith, Bells Hill Shark. Possibly the Scotia swimmer, Andrew Hendry, will take the field into the turn. Looks like that from this angle. In fact, no, lane 5's Charlie Lynn took that ahead of Andrew Hendry, and in turn ahead of Kieran Naismith. So it is tight for first place at the moment between Andrew Hendry and Charlie Lynn. Charlie looks like he has the advantage and is beginning to move away. Andrew Hendry still has second place with the boys coming at him. Certainly they're not going to catch him, but this will belong to the Inverclyde swimmer Charlie Lynn. Andrew Hendry, Scotia, comes in second, and lane 3's Sam Perry of Lark Hall in third. 103.43, 103.82, and a 105.78. And heat 7, lane 1, Nate Uppington, Ren 96. 2, Archie Lawson, Sterling Swimming. 3, Liam Hendry, North Ayrshire. 4, Jensen Basketer, City of Glasgow. 5, Hamish Black, South Ayrshire. And 6, Rhys Ferguson, Ren 96. And it's Rhys Ferguson, the Ren 96 swimmer. That is the clear leader at the halfway mark, ahead of lanes 3. Liam Hendry of North Ayrshire, as I said earlier, celebrating his 14th birthday today, as Rhys Ferguson continues to lead this field. Very strong over there in lane 6. Battle going on for second place, and behind him this could be anybody from lane 3, 4 and 5, but Rhys Ferguson comes in to finish his race in a time of 1:00.09. Real battle from the boys there for second place, but it went to lane 5's Hamish Black from South Ayrshire, 104.14, and a 104.41 for lane 1's Nate Uppington for third place. And heat 8, lane 1, Samuel Ruff, City of Glasgow. 2, Lucas Cittadini, Kingston. 3, Yasin Hattab, Dumfries. His teammate, Nathan Zeral, goes in lane 4. 5, Daniel Lethan, Cumbernauld. And 6, Zachary Pine, Inverclyde. And that's really tight going down into the turn there. Lane 3. Takes that 29.43 for the Dumfries swimmer Yasin Hattab, his teammate Nathan Zeral right in behind him, and lane 5's Daniel Lethan in third place. So we're watching Yasin Hattab continues with the lead, half a body lead, length lead now. Can he be caught? Daniel Lethan's giving it a go over there in lane 5. Nathan Zeral. But Daniel Lethan will split the two Dumfries boys as Yasin Hattab finishes there in a 1:00.04, Daniel Lethan in a 1:01.19, and Nathan Zeral in a 1:01.68. And that concludes the male open 11 to 14-year-old 100-meter freestyle. It's now the turn of our females 11 to 14, and we have 8 heats. So this is event 405, 11 to 14-year-old 100-meter freestyle, and it's heat 1 of 8. Lane 1, Sylvie Mitchell, Stirling Swimming. Empty lane 2, 3, Carly Cairns, North Ayrshire. 4, Amber Patterson, Stirling Swimming. Empty lane 5, and 6, Callie O'Hare, Inverclyde. The results for the 14-year-old girls 200-meter backstroke. Bronze medal Sarah McGuffey, City of Glasgow. Silver Amy Rimmer, Bales Hill Sharks. And gold Isla Rousseau, Renfrew Baths. So looking back in the water, and it's lane 1 ahead of lane 3, Carly Cairns and Amber Patterson. Carly Cairns looking to get herself up into first place, really giving it a go, ahead of Amber Patterson from Stirling Swimming. Touching first is lane 1. Lane 3 in second place, Carly Cairns. And third place goes to Amber Patterson. But there is a disqualification in lane 1 for a technical infraction, which moves everybody up 1. So lane 3 finishes in first place, Carly Cairns. Second place goes to Amber Patterson, and third place, Callie O'Hare. Heat 2, lane 1, Abby Grattan, Stranraer. 2, Hallie White, East Kilbride. 3, Laurie Johnson, Ren 96. Her teammate Erin Long swims in lane 4. And lane 5 sees Charlotte Connor, Motherwell Wishaw. So the boys 11 to 12 100-meter freestyle results. Bronze medal goes to Toby Wong, Renfrew Baths. Silver, Adam Khan, Milngay and Bearsden. And gold, Aaron Graham, North Ayrshire. Back into the pool, and it is lane 3, Laurie Johnson, the Ren 96 swimmer, leading ahead of her teammate Erin Long at the halfway mark, and in third place, Hallie White of East Kilbride. But Laurie Johnson continues to move through the water, leading the field. She's coming down with half a length to go. She will take the field in and take this heat this afternoon. This second heat of event 405 belongs to Laurie Johnson, entered on a 1:13, and she finishes on a 1:11. Her teammate Erin Long comes in second in a 1:14, and third place goes to Hallie White of East Kilbride in a 1:16.59. Heat 3, lane 1, Amy Robertson, Cumbernauld. 2, Ruby Hunter, Hamilton Baths. 3, Lucy Slider, South Ayrshire. 4, Heidi Addison, Hamilton Baths. 5, Kaylin McCauley, Lark Hall. And 6, Kayla Morrison from Stirling Swimming. The boys' 13-year-old 100-meter freestyle results. Bronze medal goes to Nikki Tinch, Stirling Swimming. Silver goes to Zachary Pine, Inverclyde, and gold goes to Reese Ferguson of Ren 96. So coming out of the turn there at the halfway mark, lane 6, leading Kayla Morrison, ahead of Amy Robertson. So our 1 and 2 coming from either side of the pool. Lane 6 continues. Kayla Morrison to lead the field. Amy Robertson, our reserve, having a really good swim here, certainly up in second place. Battle for third place between Ruby Hunter and Lucy Slider. In to take that in a time of 1:09.40. Amy Robertson, Cumbernauld. Kayla Morrison takes second in a 1:09.45, and third place goes to Hamilton Bath's Ruby Hunter in a time of 1:10.73. Heat 4, Lane 1, Sophie Aikenhead, Renfrew Baths. 2, Anna Law, Hamilton Baths. 3, Sophie Haining, Bales Hill Sharks. 4, Ella Craig, Oren 96. 5, Josephine Paynton, City of Glasgow. And 6, Anna Wilson, Inverclyde. And it's the Bales Hill Shark swimmer, Sophie Haining, who will lead the field into the turn. She'll lead ahead of Anna Law, I think in lane 2. Indeed, and they're followed by lane 4, Ella Craig, Ren 96. So Sophie Haining, Anna Law, Ella Craig were your 1, 2, and 3. Coming up alongside Ella Craig, however, is Anna Wilson from Inverclyde, swimming over in lane 6. Bales Hill Shark swimmer Sophie Haining has this tied up well and truly, however, as coming through, Anna Wilson into second place, ahead of Ella Craig in third. Battle going on, but that is the finish order. So Sophie Haining, Bales Hill Shark, 1:07.41. Anna Wilson, Inverclyde, 1:11.11 and 1:11.61 for third place. Excuse me, Ella Craig of Ren 96. And this is Heat 5, Lane 1, Erin Purdon, Lanark, with her teammate Clara McMahon in Lane 2. 3, Morven Getty, Milngavie Bearsden. 4, Phoebe McLachlan, Cumbernauld. 5, Louisa McNeish, South Ayrshire. And 6, Rebecca Motion, East Kilbride. 14-year-old boys 100-metre freestyle results. Bronze medal goes to Nathan Zarel, Dumfries. Silver, Daniel Lethen, Cumbernauld. And gold, Yasin Hattab, Dumfries. So after the turn, it is lane 4, Phoebe McLachlan of Cumbernauld leading ahead of Morven Getty in second place. That yellow caps continues to lead, but Morven's coming back at her, as is Louisa McNeish. The South Ayrshire swimmer coming through nicely, however, as well. Erin Purdon, the Lanark swimmer, in lane 1. But it is Cumbernaud's Phoebe McLachlan who will take this ahead of Milngavie Bearsden, Morven Getty. And third place goes to lane 5's South Ayrshire, Louisa McNeish. So 1:07.91, 1:08.60 and 1:09.55. Heat 6, lane 1, Jessica Simpson, Hamilton Baths. 2, Cara Broadley, Stirling Swimming. 3, Olivia Lynn, Inverclyde. 4, Sandy Keddy, Cumbernauld. From empty lane 5. And 6, Hazel Shue, Ren 96. Not a lot between the girls as they go down to the turn. Entry times all pretty similar, 107. But it was lane 1 that took that. Jessica Simpson ahead of Cara Broadley. And Olivia Lynn. Still nothing to talk. Split them, but it does look like it could be lane 1. Jessica Simpson just has the advantage. We're coming into the closing stage. Cara Broadley coming through, however, to challenge. Cara in lane 3. Will she take this? No, just pipped at the post there. So that race belongs to Jessica Simpson, Hamilton Baths, 107.43. Cara Broadley, Sterling Swimming, 107.52. And splitting them. No, I'm reading that completely wrong. I do apologize. It's Olivia Lynn took second place there in a 107.52, and Cara Broadley takes third place. Heat 7, lane 1, Lula Milne, City of Glasgow. Her teammate Emma Patterson swims in lane 2. 3, Beth Gillis, Hamilton Baths, empty lane 4. 5, Emily Taylor, Lanark. 6, Isla Russo, Renfrew Baths. Difficult to decipher who's going to take the field into the turn. It is lane 1, Isla Russo, Renfrew Baths, 30.71. And behind her, Emily Taylor of Lanark, and behind her, Emma Patterson, City of Glasgow. It is Isla Russo who continues to lead this here in, beg your pardon, Lula Milne in lane 1. Lula Milne will take this, I think, ahead of Emily Taylor and Emma Patterson. 103.95, 104.21 and 104.41. And on to the final heat, Heat 8, Lane 1, Amy Rimmer, Bells Hill Sharks. 2, Eva Gordon, City of Glasgow. 3, Charlotte Craig, Ren 96. 4, Sarah McGuffey, City of Glasgow. 5, Rebecca Mallin, Bells Hill Sharks. And 6, Robin Maxwell, Dumfries. Difficult to split these girls as they go into the turn. We'll see from the scoreboard, possibly lane 3, I think. Yeah, indeed, it is lane 3, Charlotte Craig, 31.42. Not got all the times up there on the scoreboard. We're all battling hard as they come down towards the finish line. Possibly an advantage to Eva Gordon, Charlotte Craig, Ren 96, right up alongside her. This is where the battle is coming from. Charlotte Craig, however, moving through. She possibly has this all down to the touch, and she does. She takes that ahead of Eva Gordon, City of Glasgow, and Sarah McGuffey takes third place, 103.86, 104.10, and 104.53. That concludes the 100-meter freestyle for our females this afternoon, and we move on to the shorter distances, the 50 meters. Breaststroke, starting with event 406. We have 8 heats for the male and open 11 to 14-year-olds. So confirm the results for the girls 11 to 14 100-meter freestyle. Bronze goes to Hallie White, East Kilbride. silver, Erin Long, Ren 96, and gold goes to Laurie Johnson, Ren 96. So, as I said, this is the 50-meter breaststroke. It's heat 1 of 8, event 406. We have 3 swimmers. Lane 2, Ross Rayside, East Kilbride. Empty lane 3. 4, Richard Connor, Lark Hall. And 5, Anthony McGovern, Kingston. So the 13-year-old girls' 100-meter freestyle results. Bronze medal position, Beth Gillis, Hamilton Bath. Silver, Robin Maxwell, Dumfries. And gold goes to Emily Taylor of Lanark. Back to the pool. And it is lane 4, Richard Connor, the 11-year-old from Lark Hall, who's leading the field here. And he will take this one, the first heat of 8 this afternoon. Does so ahead of Ross Rayside from East Kilbride and Anthony McGovern of Kingston. 51.96. Disqualification in lane 4 for a technical infraction, which amends the results. First place goes to lane 2's Ross Rayside, and second place goes to Anthony McGovern, Kingston. Heat 2, lane 1, David Alexander, Hamilton Bath. 2, Jude McEwen, Renfrew Baths. 3, Joshua Easton, Lark Hall. His teammate Oliver Buchan swims in lane 4. 5, Tyler Gould, City of Glasgow. And 6, Ruben Armour, Kilmarnock. It's lane 3, Joshua Easton at the moment leading the Lark Hall swimmer, with Jude McEwen and Oliver Buchan either side of him. I think in second and third place, possibly David Alexander for Hamilton Baths there in lane 1, moving up into those placings, but it will be the Lark Hall swimmer Joshua Easton who takes this in a time of 47 exactly against an entry time of 48.61. Lane 4's Oliver Buchan takes second place in a 48.52, and third place goes to Jude McEwen in a time of 49.15. Heat 3, lane 1, Sahil Bucks, Renfrew Bath. 2, Michael McGill, Kingston. 3, Jamie McDonald, City of Glasgow. 4, Ben Hemmings, Stranraer. 5, Aidan O'Dowd, South Ayrshire. And 6, Austin Montgomery, Cumbernauld. Like it's possibly Austin Montgomery and Jamie McDonald. But they're all coming back, and as we go into the second half of this 50-meter breaststroke. Still think the advantage does lie with lane 6, Cumbernauld, Austin Montgomery. It's difficult to tell as they go in. I can see the orange cap of Ben Hemmings moving through there. Let's have a look. And it was indeed lane 6. Austin Montgomery took that in a 46.87. Ben Hemmings in second place in a 47.56. And third place goes to Jamie McDonald, City of Glasgow, in a 47.97. Heat 4, lane 1, Benjamin Freestone, South Ayrshire. 2, Oscar Liddell, City of Glasgow. 3, Caleb Lamb, Cumbernauld. 4, Bruno Vignan, South Ayrshire. 5, Samuel Swee, City of Glasgow. 6, Ben Buchanan, Kingston. And an early lead here for the Cumbernauld swimmer, Caleb Lamb, I beg your pardon. They're in lane 3. Seeing a slightly more split field than we have seen in the previous 3 heats at this stage. So Caleb Lamb will take this one this afternoon. It's all about 2nd and 3rd place. I think that will go to Bruno Vignan, 2nd place, the South Ayrshire swimmer, and it does indeed. So Caleb Lamb in a time of 44.36 takes that, 44.96 for Bruno Vignan, and Samuel Swee in lane 5 takes 3rd place in a 46.25. Heat 5, lane 1, Carl McQuaker, Kintyre. 2, Demir Omiak, Hamilton Bass. 3, Max Gray, Inverclyde. 4, Joshua McCluskey, Kilmarnock. 5, Max Stambridge, South Ayrshire. 6, Ross Leslie, East Kilbride. Just confirm the results for the girls. 14-year-old 100-metre freestyle. Bronze, Eva Gordon, City of Glasgow. Silver, Lula Milne, City of Glasgow. Gold, Charlotte Craig, Ren 96. And back in the pool, looks like our leaders are coming from lanes 1 and 6. Kyle McQuaker and Ross Leslie. Who's going to get the touch? Ross Leslie that gets that in a 44.04, ahead of Kyle McQuaker in a 44.49, and Demir Oimak takes 3rd place in a 44.87. Heat 6, lane 1, Zachary Pine, Inverclyde. 2, Mohammed Khan, City of Glasgow. 3, Oscar Wallace, Mungai and Bearsten. 4, Pak Jing Lung, Ren 96. 5, Rory Mayer, Inverclyde. And 6, Samuel McEwen, Cumbernauld. And we're seeing the yellow cap of Samuel McEwen over there in lane 6, taking on the lead as they go into the second half of this 50-metre. They are chasing him, but I think this belongs to Samuel. Possibly lane 4 going to come in behind him. It is indeed lane 6, Samuel McEwen is 40.91. Pak Jing Lung takes 2nd place in a 42.14, and Mohammed Khan 3rd place in a 42.32. Heat 7, lane 1, Toby Wong, Renfrew Bath. 2, Liam Hendry, North Ayrshire. 3, Zach Neeson, Lark Hall. 4, Charlie Lynn, Inverclyde. 5, Oscar Wharton, Dumfries. And 6, Andrew Hendry, Scotia. Lane 3 looks to have taken on the lead here. Zach Neeson, the Lark Hall swimmer, but right on his shoulders is Inverclyde's Charlie Lynn. Pushing each other all the way here. Zach Neeson, the blue cap there in lane 3, looks like he will take this. And in fact, no, beaten just at the touch there into 2nd place. Charlie Lynn of Inverclyde takes that in a 37.64. Zach Neeson, 37.95. And Oscar Wharton in a time of 38.73. Final heat of event 406, heat 8, lane 1, Adam Khan, Mulgain Bears Den. Lane 2, Brodie Jardine, Dumfries. 3, Max Clark, South Ayrshire, with his teammate Hamish Black in lane 4. 5, Nicky Tinch, Stirling Swimming, and 6, Tynan Baird, South Ayrshire. All pretty much in a line. Beginning to spread out a little bit now. I think we're looking at lane 1. Take this, in fact, and just pipped at the touch there into second place as Brodie Jardine takes that in a 36.31 ahead of Adam Calm in a 36.90. And Max Clark takes that in third place in a 37.26. We're now on to event 407. This is the final event of this weekend's racing and session 4 this afternoon. We have 8 heats. It's the female 11 to 14 15-meter breaststroke. So this is heat 1 of 8 of event 407. Lane 1, Beth Muldowney, Dumfries. 2, Lewis Hutt, Renfrew Baths. Empty lane 3. 4, Evelyn Martin, City of Glasgow. 5, Lily May Leggett, Mulgain Bears Den. And 6, Rachel Keenan, Cumbernauld. Lane 2, lane 1, I think, has the advantage. Beth Muldowney, the Dumfries swimmer, she will lead the field in ahead of Lewis Hutt. Lewis Hutt, I beg your pardon. In lane 2, that is indeed, I think, oh no, Lewis got that ahead of Beth Muldowney. All came down to the touch there in the closing stages. So Lewis Hutt finishes in a 48.30. Beth Muldowney in a 50.18, and Evelyn Martin at a time of 50.25. Heat 2, lane 1, Rose Russell, South Ayrshire. 2, Penelope McVeigh, Kingston. 3, Charlotte Connor, Motherwell, Wishaw. Empty lane 4. 5, Mary-Louise Carson, Kingston. 6, Sky Bailey, East Kilbride. The 14-year-old girls' 100-meter freestyle results. Bronze medal goes to Eva Gordon, City of Glasgow. No, I did read that. City of Glasgow. Silver, Lula Milne, City of Glasgow. And gold, Charlotte Craig, Ren 96. So back in the pool. So the girls coming into the closing stages there. Watch for the board for the times for them. 46.23 for lane 2. Disqualification in lane 2, in fact, for a technical infraction. So that moves up the girls. And taking that in first place was Rose Russell from South Ayrshire in a 47.72. Sky Bailey, East Kilbride in a 48.92 in second place, and Mary Louise Carson Kingston in a 49.04. This is Heat 3, Lane 1, Carly Cairns, North Ayrshire. Empty Lane 2, 3, Millie Bell, Mungain Bearsden, 4, Isla Grant, Kilmarnock, 5, Isabella Shanks, Bells Hill Sharks, and 6, Lucy Forbes, East Kilbride. Looks like it's possibly the Mungain Bearsden swimmer, Millie Bell, who just has the advantage, but let's have a look at Lane 6. Really motoring through there in the final stages of this race. Lucy Forbes of East Kilbride. I think she's going to take this one. And she does in a 45.35 ahead of Isla Grant in a 46.69. And third place goes to Isabella Shanks in a time of 47.13. Results for the 406 11 to 12-year-old boys 50-metre breaststroke. Bronze goes to Demir Oimak and Matt Hamilton Baths. Silver, Toby Wong, Renfrew Baths. And gold, Adam Can, Milkine Bearsden. 13-year-old boys, bronze goes to Ross Leslie, East Kilbride. Silver, Pak Cheng Lung, Ren 96. And gold goes to Nikki Tinch of Stirling Swimming. 14-year-old boys, Inverclyde's Charlie Lynn takes bronze medal. Silver goes to Max Clark from South Ayrshire, and gold goes to Dumfries's Brodie Jardine. And this is Heat 4, Lane 1, Cara Anderson, Stranraer. 2, Chloe Gibson, Bells Hill Sharks. Empty Lane 3. 4, Holly Walker, Cumbernauld. 5, Ava Stevenson, Stranraer. And 6, Anaya Allen, Milngay Bearsden. And taking an early lead here, we see Lane 4, Holly Walker, the Cumbernauld swimmer. Girls are trying to come back to her. Lane 1's Cara Anderson. But it is Cumbernaud's Holly Walker who will take this. And she does so in a time of 43.89 ahead of Ava Stevenson in a 44.71. And Cara Anderson takes third place in a 45.44. Heat 5, Lane 1, Alexandria Thompson, Stranraer. 2, Connie Lunan, South Ayrshire. 3, Iona Kellock, Dumfries. 4, Olivia Aristoge, Motherwell Wishaw. Empty Lane 5, And lane 6, Ella Freestone of South Ayrshire. And it's the Motherwell Wishaw swimmer, I think, who has the early lead, Olivia Aristogui. They're in lane 4, but coming through nicely. Lanes 1 and 2, Alexandria Thompson and Connie Lunan. So this is all to play for as we go into the closing meters of this 50-meter race for the girls. And it goes to lane 2, South Ayrshire's Connie Lunan in a time of 43.65 ahead of Alexandria Thompson Stranraer of 43.65. And Motherwell Wishaw's Olivia Arostigui finishes third in a time of 44.09. This is heat 6, lane 1, Alexandra Nastiuka, Stranraer, 2, Casey Crisp, East Kilbride, 3, Anna Wilson, Inverclyde, 4, Cardellen Archbold, Stirling Swimming, 5, Erin Long, Ren 96, and 6, Holly Rosbottom, Scotia. And it's the Stranraer swimmer, Alexandra Nastiuka, who has taken this on, and they're in lane 1. With the distinctive orange cap of Stranraer Stingrays. She will take the field in. It's all about second and third place now. Possibly lane 3 will take second. Lane 5 going well. And it is lane 1, 41.58. Alexandra Nastiuka from Stranraer, 41.58. Second place goes to Anna Wilson of Inverclyde in a 42.92, and third place goes to Casey Crisp, East Kilbride, in a 43.06. And this is heat 7, lane 1, Zara McNeil, Rutherglen, 2, Ruby Hunter, Hamilton Bass, 3, Lucy McKenna, Cumbernauld, 4, Ailey Walsh, Rutherglen, 5, Beth Gillis, Hamilton Bass, and 6, Lucy Snyder, South Ayrshire. Everyone really taking this on at the moment. Possibly lane 1, Zara McNeil, Lucy McKenna, Cumbernauld. Oh, it's really tight up that far end as they go into the final meters of their race. Very difficult to tell. And it goes to lane 5. Beth Gillis at a 42.09. Zara McNeil in second in a 42.47. And Lucy McKenna in third in a 42.51. Heat 8, lane 1, Charlotte Shanks, Bells Hill Sharks, 2, Olivia Gavin, Mulgine Bears Den, 3, Sophie Haining, Bells Hill Sharks, 4, Anna Law, Hamilton Baths, and her teammate Heidi Addison goes in lane 5, 6, Kayla Morrison, Stirling Swimming. And we're past the halfway mark, and it is lane 3, Sophie Haining, Bells Hill Sharks, who has this. She's being challenged, but I think she's going to hold this as they go into the finish now. Charlotte Shanks moving to possibly getting second, no third for her. So it was Sophie Haining in a time of 38.03, Anna Law 39.03, and Charlotte Shanks in a 40.02. Folks, that concludes the racing here at weekend one of West Districts here in 2025. Long course championships. We're back here again in 3 weeks' time for the seniors. Thank you very much for all of those of you who joined us on live stream. A huge thank you to all of our technical officials without whom we could not have run this weekend, to our meet director and everybody working behind the scenes. We simply couldn't have run the meet unless you had volunteered your time to assist. If you want to volunteer for a West District meet, please speak to your STO convener in your club. There's a very simple method of signing up called Sign Up Genie on the website, West District website that is. Safe journey home, everybody. I'll just conclude the afternoon with the results for event 407. So 11 to 12-year-old girls, bronze medal Holly Rosebottom, Scotia, silver Alexandria Thompson, Stranraer, gold Erin Long, Ren 96. 13-year-old girls, bronze medal Beth Gillis, Hamilton Bath, silver Alexandra Nastiuk, Stranraer, and gold Heidi Addison, Hamilton Baths. 14-year-old girls, bronze medal goes to Charlotte Shanks, Bells Hill Sharks, silver Anna Law, Hamilton Baths, and gold Sophie Haining, Bells Hill Sharks.